Damn, Q. Maybe you did that.
Man, it's 2025. We are excited to be back in the building. Of course, it's your guy, Q Lewis, holding it down live from the 48205. I got a whole gang with me today, man. You see all the liquor behind me because these are all black spirits, by the way, in case you didn't know. All right, but I want to give a shout out to my homies. All the BBW squad is in the building. That didn't sound right, though, so I'm going to start that back. I don't want to say the BBW squad. I want to say the gang from BBW, man, because everybody loves BBW. That's Beards Bourbon Whiskey, the podcast, of course. I got the gang in here with me, dog. I got my man Bo holding it down.
I say.
Got Angry Principal off camera as usual.
What's up?
And today I got, the whole gang, because like we a whole gang now, in case you didn't know. I got my man DaShawn Cooper in the building.
You know what it is.
You know what I'm saying? And then, of course, the czar behind everything. Lazar.
What up, though?
Lazar the Czar. I think that's the new one right there. Lazar the Czar. What y'all think about that? Y'all roll with that?
Hey, roll with it. See what
roll with that, dog. All right, so we gonna start the new year off with some new things, man. So I want to know, right? Because we gonna jump right into this thing because we got a lot of liquor and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. So like, I just want to jump right into it, dog. What is 2025 looking like for Black Spirits, man?
Well, let's go back to 24. Let's end it.
Okay,
right?
we want to talk about that.
Let's
first.
shut down 24. What do we do in 24?
Let's do that.
So February started in Miami. Tasted Black Spirits for the first time. We did it the Miami way.
For sure.
We did Houston for the first time.
I feel like DaShawn had his shirt open.
Yeah.
Did he have his shirt open in Miami? I feel like he had a shirt open.
I want a shirt, but hat.
Not only that, he introduced the new glasses with the camera on it. I had never seen it, and he was, in my opinion, the first person with them. So we was able to capture the shit from his eyes the whole time. Right.
They cutting you a check for that.
Yeah,
by now,
they
I'm
need
sure.
to. And look, ironically, and we also did the beautiful magazine party.
For sure.
We did a wedding for a good friend of ours, Gail Perry Mason.
Got you.
Her son got married at the mansion, at Berry Gray Mansion.
Okay.
Ended up meeting the guy from the glassmakers.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Meet him there.
Yeah.
So this year, that year has, man, it was a lot of fuel for this year, right?
For sure.
So we did our thing. We said no a lot. He shut a couple people down via email.
And what's wild about that, really, though, is that Miami being first time in Miami, but it was the first one of the year.
Yeah, it was the first one.
That
of the
was
year.
kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Like, why would you jump into that so fast with that being the first one?
Well, I'll tell you this. I think most people don't know that we planned this shit a year in advance.
I got you.
We already knew what we were going to do.
Got you.
Right? We knew we were going to take it because Detroit held 2 Taste of Black Spirits, February and September.
Yep.
So, what it's like if you from Detroit and from Michigan, it's
what it
super
is.
cold. So we decided to take you to the to a little heat, and so we took you to Miami.
That makes sense.
We didn't hesitate. Like, it was no hesitation on our part because we see and we understand. Like, we got to get this message out. So
no doubt,
Miami was a great kickoff
for sure. I got you. What else going on this past year though? Like that you want to kind of highlight?
Man, Doc, what you got?
Cause I know Brooklyn is always a big deal.
Yeah,
It wasn't your first one.
Yeah.
But it turned out to be like a relationship that you probably didn't think it was gonna be what it turned into be.
Well, Brooklyn, I found out 2 things this year in Brooklyn. One, the team couldn't make it. Like I was me and the wife and the daughter.
Oh,
right?
you held that down.
But we had what we discovered with that alone, right? We think about, again, when I think about collective behavior, like these folks showed up. Out the blue. I had a cat come from North Carolina. That first time meeting him over the phone, he's like, me and my wife gonna come down to help you. He got a DJ for me. He got this for me. He got not a DJ. I'm sorry, a sound man for us for Liquid, and of course our relationship with Happy Cork. They came through
for sure.
My guy Reggie from Ingenious Gin drove down there, came through. Like we found out this year how many people really fuck with us.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like genuinely fuck with us because they showed up. You know what I'm saying?
The true essence of collective behavior.
True essence of it. So,
for sure.
In Brooklyn, again, it was the second year in Brooklyn. Again, I mean, we can't ask for nothing better. We got an opportunity to, those folks and those stakeholders came through and was like, who missed it the year before, showed up this year and was like, yo, whatever y'all need. I'm talking about from the mayor's office to, anything related to the city of New York. Yeah. So it was huge.
Nah, that's dope. DaShawn, what you was getting ready to say, though?
Nah, he already said it.
Cut it.
He said he already said everything.
He don't leave no open windows.
No, you got to talk about, but he got to talk about the boat joint that he did. You know what I'm saying? I saw it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
come on, man.
Though. That was that was just me being outside, man.
Yeah.
The stuff
you talking about out here?
Yeah, the stuff I do outside, it's just me. To me, I call it like it's almost like daydreaming. You're like, all right, I'm gonna sit here and I survey what's going on, and then when I come back, I'm like, all right, maybe we can do this, this, or this. But if I go somewhere more, last time I'm surveying, dog. That's 9 times I'm surveying. It's not because I'm there working on something. Yeah. I'm watching, I'm learning. It's all a learning process.
Definitely a watcher.
Yeah.
But definitely a watcher.
It's more. I feel like it's gathering information.
Yeah, you can
unconsciously
downloading low key.
He download because I get it all the time. Like, hey, what you think about this, and this? However long it take him, and I say this like in a way because I see his work. Right? He looking at it like I'm just chilling, but he really working.
Actually,
we ain't never chilling. Yeah. He really working because he in places he know I ain't gonna go. Number one, right. Number two, he's in these places and he's looking and people are asking and he's trying to be low key, but his face is his face. People are like, hey, don't you?
Right.
You know what I'm
Dog
saying?
with the beard.
Dog with the beard. Dog, you know what I'm saying? Dog with, my man, hey, I need a couple of those packs, all of that. So,
forgot about that.
Don't play yourself down because I know what you up to, man. I know what you're doing. He's right.
We see you, King.
Out here surveying, right? We out here working for real. Right? And like I said before, and I always said, like, we have our way of working, and it may be different, but when we come together, shit is unstoppable. Shit is ridiculous, right?
For sure.
I mean, because we have this thing that is unmatched. I mean, I'll go back to 2018. I'll say this again. Like, when we met initially and we had one conversation, we just took off.
Right.
We took it from there and we just took off and we just started passing it back. It's like running D, Run DMC. It's like running D, pass it to me and I'll pass it back.
For sure.
That's the way it is, and it's like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how we move.
Yeah.
No matter what.
And what's the odds of that, though? I know this is moving kind of off subject, but what's the odds of that? Like, meeting somebody that you didn't know and clicking like that? Like, what's really the odds of that?
Bro, listen, let me tell you something. For me, I've always looked for that, right? Because I'm 100%. I don't require nobody to be like me, do what I do, act like me. Be you 100%, and I'm 100% me. That's how we move. Yeah. Again, like I said, certain things I had to learn, and they're very small things, like send a nigga to the store. Don't do that. Because it's not what he do, right? Those kind of things. He told me one time.
I understand that.
Sending him into a space where he like, this ain't for me. He hit me up like, this is your move. This ain't for me.
Yeah.
Right? And understanding the moves. Like, when it's time to go, like, he did an event, he did a presentation, I like to say, with loyalty at a space where I'm like, I ain't going to that.
But that ain't me.
That ain't me.
Right.
But he can move in that space. He can have that conversation. So we both lead. We just lead when it's time for us to take over this.
For sure.
I'll take that. It's time for him to take over that, and we understand whose turn it is. Like that, you don't find that, bro. Like, that shit is just organic shit. Like, I can't look back and be like, that nigga got on my nerve. Never. Yeah. Like, it's like never. You know what I'm saying?
No, for real.
Even when he went and got the strawberries that was molded, it was like,
they was molded, bro. Come on.
Look, it was like,
oh shit.
That was me, and that was my fault for forgetting
look like how he wanted to look.
They wasn't molded.
You got to eat them that day.
right. They was expired.
They was expiring.
He said that day. You still got today to eat.
You weren't supposed to choose though, right?
So, but I didn't look at it like, well, I look at it, damn, I forgot him. You know what I'm saying? So it's that kind of thing. It's like, you got a guy or a person that shows up organically every time. Like, come on, man. I can't get no better than that. You know what I'm saying?
So we looking back from like 2018 to through 2024.
Yeah.
Would you both of y'all, would y'all say 2024 was a success?
Oh yeah. It was, which leads us into 2025 and how we move now, right? Yeah. In 2024, we did 4 Taste of Black Spirits for the first time in 2 cities, right? So we visited 2 new locations in the same year.
Right.
Right. after Detroit's Taste of Black Spirits in September, we went straight to Houston in November. That's the quickest turnaround for any of them. Right?
Gotcha.
And first time going to Houston. But Houston showed us so much love. They can't. Houston can't wait to this year.
Yeah,
they can't wait.
I want to go to Houston.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the whole gang want to go to Houston.
Yeah. We want y'all there.
Especially since it's not going to be hot.
Right.
'Cause I can't deal with the heat, bro.
So I got a question for y'all, man. Right. So I don't want to say what the inside looks like because you're always adapting, right? Always trying to get better. Mm-hmm. But where do y'all see this when you're like, okay, this is what I picture, this is what I envision. What does that look like to you?
You got one?
No, go ahead. I'm working on one though.
I think it goes into, when we think about the 400 and something Black-owned brands available in the market, we also look at what we learned about Black-owned brands, what we learned about the spirit industry in itself in totality, right? We learned that you have to have a certain way of doing business in this business. One thing for sure, the lack of money available or the lack of how to use the money.
I got you.
Right. Or use your money or connect with those folks who can help you with capital. Mm-hmm. We have a few partners this year. Well, last year, our immediate partner, shout out to Pronghorn, it's been our partner since 2022. They're the finance partner, right? I want to mean by that, they supply capital to Black-owned brands, right? That's one. But because there's a criteria there, you have to be able to fit into that criteria because they can't fund everybody on every level. We learned about that. So we partnered with a group, and I became on the board of a group called Invest Tank. Mm-hmm. So Invest Tank is the company that takes up that leg. Like, okay, y'all not ready for Pronghorn's investment, but we'll get you ready here with a smaller investment so you can be ready for that investment, right? And that our goal again is to not only get as many brands that are ready. Now understand that part. Everybody's not ready visually, or even in as far as the fluid goes. But those who are ready are those who are showing an ability to move into a market or have some type of success in a market. We work on those. So we identify those brands, right? That's the other part of the work that we're doing in 2025 is identifying these brands and offering through our relationships and our partnerships with Derek Whitehead, Invest Tank, Pronghorn, offering an opportunity to receive a grant. And the grant is specifically that grant will specifically be for marketing and advertising because that's lacking somewhere, right?
For sure.
So, and that grant looks anywhere between $25,000 and $50,000. Now, if you are, and that's based on the market where you need a push, right? The market, I was using Island John for instance. So Island John is killing him in Atlanta. He don't need help in Atlanta because he's killing the market. He's in Atlanta. He's established. Island John heavy in Atlanta. I mean, he was one of the first. He was, if not the only brand to do 1,800 cases in January of 2024. Yeah, like that's unheard of in any business. We all know what that's like in January. Ain't nobody trying to spend no money.
No, it's the lame duck period.
It's the recovery.
Right? It's recovery for sure.
So if we took him and he's in Florida, New York, Detroit, and Michigan, we look at those states like, okay, where is he close enough to where all he needs is a push? Which state would that be? And they say it's Michigan. So we would take Michigan and we would take that grant and we would move Michigan forward, right? So that's one of the things that we're working on, and that's what we foresee for sure this year. That's one. So that's one.
Yeah. No, for mine overall, it's probably more on the event side of things. Like, so back when you before cell phones, right? I want to treat Taste of Black Spirits the same way. So
I got you. Yep.
It would be like he missed it, but y'all two came, so that'll bring 4 more of him.
I got you. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like back when ODB did a concert,
or using old school street teams and stuff like that.
No, I ain't even talking about that part. It's about experience.
Okay.
Like for me, I like to be like, I missed it. Fuck.
Oh, I got you.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Or like, damn, who gonna be like? I told somebody last night, like, shit, you ain't show up to the last one, but the time before that, Ron showed up. Yeah. And motherfuckers started doing this. Like, who showed up? You never know who will show up.
No,
so I
sure.
try to treat it like that. So for seeing every time a Black Spirit come up, be like, damn, bro, you know, because you know the dates is gonna be somewhat a little bit off, but in the same month around the same time.
Yeah.
Right.
So I try to treat it like that. Like, so you will never know what's gonna happen. You never know who's gonna show up. And as it get bigger, it
You really not gonna know who's
really not
you really not gonna know who's gonna show up.
It's not like that. We tell people who's coming.
Yeah.
Like when he asked the question about what was the difference between Miami and Detroit and all, I'm like, bro, they all different. The vibe is all different.
Vibe different, yeah.
It was like 6 new brands that didn't come to Detroit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like the same for New York. Like the who came from New York that I couldn't think of. It was a brand from New York. But my man with the fold out stuff, what's his name? I was just talking.
Thoughts?
He was on
Thought
Thoughts.
started.
Yeah,
I first met him in New York.
Oh yeah, we know.
Yeah. But,
We know, dog.
but guess what? He came because of y'all.
Yeah. That's
Like,
fire.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Y'all
fire.
brought the energy for him to come. So
That's what's up.
that's a part of the Black
Shout out to
Spirit
my
thing.
gang, man. Make sure you check them out.
Yeah, y'all pressed.
He
Y'all
makes
pressed
some good
that
whiskey
button.
too, though.
It is a good whiskey.
Yeah,
though.
good
It
whiskey.
is.
But that's the reason why
Yeah.
I like going forward. That I want it to be that, like, you don't know what's gonna happen. You don't know who's gonna show up, and it creates a high experience because you don't know who in the room.
Yeah, for sure.
Like, if we just keep inviting people every time, you miss. He like, fuck, nigga, who did they have this time? But
Yeah.
you only can have that liquor there
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
until maybe like 4 more years later.
Yeah.
No,
it
for
might
sure.
be there, but
Yeah.
they gloating about something that you ain't had.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that guy.
I don't want to be the guy
Yeah.
not knowing. I want to
So
know.
that's how that's just how I look at things. Like,
Kind of
he
sell
look
it
at
as
stuff different than I do.
as an experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
before the phones. I try
got you.
to treat it before the phone experience.
Yeah.
Because before the phones, it was just word of mouth.
Yeah.
True that.
Now a person can pull out a phone and show you exactly what he had versus him just trying to explain it to you is hard as shit.
Yeah. To make you want to be there the next
Yeah,
time.
yeah. You
I
can
dig
spend
that.
your last 50. That's the whole thing. You spend the last 50.
I'm gonna touch on what Bo said, but it is that too, Bo.
Yeah.
It is the old street way of doing it, right? Because we're what we're doing right now. Like, we activating the whole shit at once, the whole campaign right now, from Miami to Houston right now. You're gonna hear about all of them. Like, it's just like the tour. It's like the fresh batch.
Right, so this is different.
Yeah.
This is different from last year's. So let's get into that.
So
the
the
new
launch,
approach for
this
25.
launch and this campaign is coming out and hitting every. You gonna know about every state right now, as opposed to when we first started, we had surprised you with
One
what's
at a
time.
next.
Right, yeah.
You know,
Gotcha.
the day after, we hitting you
Yeah.
with what's next. But no, we hitting you all at the same time.
Facts.
Right now, you gonna get, and those folks that are in those cities gonna get a card in the mail from us, right? Taste of Black Spirits come to your town this date, save the date, right? Because we see what we see the future.
Yeah.
We need to connect with we need to connect, and they need to connect with us.
For
they
sure.
need to understand we coming to this town and this is what it's about. You're going to hear about it because we've done it in your town.
Right.
You're going to hear about it because we done it in the town. You was like, damn, why didn't come to Atlanta yet? We've been being asked to come to Atlanta since 2001.
I mean, I'm sure because Atlanta.
Right?
Oh yeah, for
Come to
sure.
Atlanta since 2001. And we, again, just processing it and what makes sense for how we move and what gets us into the next state easier.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Or more comfortably, and also attaching ourselves or reaching out to those stakeholders in those cities. So we're able to, we've done that part now, right? We've, Atlanta, my homeboy, he gonna hit us right now. Sean Don, like, yo, you got Atlanta for us.
Yeah.
Because it just makes sense. Sean Don came to Brooklyn.
Yeah, because just as you see on these T-shirts, Atlanta is now a part of that.
Yes,
so.
indeed. So speaking on Sean Don, since we met him, he been supporting. Like, he came out to Brooklyn from Atlanta.
Yeah.
Rode out. Listen, not just came out to Brooklyn from Atlanta, but rode out to Philly.
Yeah.
You didn't even know this.
I knew that.
Rode out to Philly to pick up some DC same day to pick up some product for another brand of product.
Yeah.
So you understand that type
I
of
remember
behavior?
that story as well, though.
Yes,
but-
right.
yeah.
You understand
What
I'm
happened?
saying?
What happened with that DC area brand?
Yeah.
That's neither here nor there.
So we're activating all our creativity.
For
right?
sure.
And we're activating it top of the year, like right now. This is where it all starts. So
No doubt.
everything you see, every push, every connection, every partnership will, like, we ship shirts out already.
Yeah.
Every partner got the Taste of Black Spirits Collective Behavior shirt right now.
For sure.
It's already in the mail, or they be posting it soon, right?
Yeah.
So that's just, again, just getting that And that thought come from that process, that behavior comes from being in the music business, right? When you launch a tour, you launch it every city.
Exactly.
People in every city know you coming in advance, right?
Exactly.
So like Jay-Z and Beyonce, you know that's coming. You bought your ticket
last year, right?
Last year. Right. So I go, we've been effectively pushing that agenda and touching on it, last November and December, and we getting those DMs like, yo, when tickets go on sale.
Yeah.
Like, yo, when what's the dates?
Yeah.
Like we just been teasing.
So you built the demand for it now. Yeah, for sure.
So that's the new part.
Yeah.
Got 2 inquiries about it.
Yeah. So like with this year coming up, obviously you got the new city in Atlanta to add to the.
That's his house too, boy.
Is it?
Last time he was there, he was on the table butt naked and shit. That shit wild. Listen, I know he can't wait to go there. That's his joint.
Hey,
Rare form. This
Gotta be
guy.
careful in Atlanta. You might be on the wrong table.
What's the name of the Oh, there's some shit on Tubi that right now called Atlanta 10.0 or something.
I
What?
ain't watched it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need you not to be on top of the table.
So it's called what again?
Atlanta 10.0,
I'm
dog.
gonna go home and watch it.
Anyway, so just be wary of being on top of the table.
What I mean by that, like,
I know what you're saying.
No, they don't stand on couches. They stand on the table now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, that shit's wild.
Yeah, that shit wild as hell. But I did want to ask this though. So obviously you got the new venue this year. Things have been progressing. So I'm curious, like what keeps you motivated? Like what's the motivation?
Listen, man, because I see us, man. Like I look around. We think about what happens around us that we're not really aware of. We wonder why the White House is what's happening in the White House. We wonder all these things that they throw in our face, these drones and shit popping up out of all this news, like all this extra shit, right? All this distracting type of thing. And the truth is, like, well, that's a plan. Whatever that plan is, we obviously not a part of the plan. Right?
Yeah.
No matter what we think we hear, if we're not creating the truth for ourselves, then we gonna believe anything that goes on because they're pushing that agenda. I mean, that is a constant push.
Yeah.
Believe it or not type. What is it? Ripley's Believe It or Not shit.
Right.
They constantly pushing that shit in our face. So what keeps us driven is knowing that we can do it because, again, if you think about, you go back and back and back. Black-owned bank's been around for 75 years. It still exists right now.
For sure.
It's one in every major city right now, right? You think about, I met the gentleman who made the Super Soak. I think I told you about that. Like, I met him personally in person, fed him, gave him a T-shirt, and talked business with him about what he's doing. That's $1 trillion invention, right? When I think about, I'm like, damn.
Tuskegee's on. Just make sure you know that.
Right? So think about that. I'm like, damn, I'm around these folks who are actually black men and women who are doing these incredible things that I'm like, okay, I can use that as fuel. I can take that story, share that story, or even take that individual and introduce them to somebody.
No, for sure.
Again, Derek Whitehead wanted to partner with us. He saw it for the first time in Brooklyn, right?
Yeah.
And he was like, what is this?
Right.
Came to
and
Detroit.
where have you been my
Came
whole
to
life?
Detroit and was like, what is going? What is? I never know.
Yeah.
And he's in he's been in banking for 40 years.
Right.
I'm talking about banking. I don't mean working at no hotel. I'm talking about banking.
Banking.
I'm talking about billions, right?
Right.
And when we see what we have around us and what we draw, basically we draw the right people to us, right? We put shit in the air and it comes, right?
Right.
And that motivates us, not just brands, not just capital, but our consumers, right? We get a chance to tell the consumer about something they didn't know about.
Right.
And we constantly share that with you. And as you know, with anything you get introduced to, think about this, y'all. Think about this when we first wanted to get us a Corvette. Or whatever and whatever car we wanted at 10, 11, 12 years old. Think about how many times you saw it after you said it. Think about how many times you saw that thing that you wanted to have after you saw it start showing itself to you constantly. And then it'll fade when you don't act on it.
Right.
But if you act on it, you get it.
All the time. It's like you spoke into existence.
Spoken into existence.
For real.
Yeah,
So you just got to take, now you just got to,
Yeah.
once you speak it, you just got to take action towards it.
Yeah.
Everything you do towards it, because it'll happen. There's no doubt about that. It's going to happen if you take action towards it. So because we've taken action, towards what it is we believe in, it's going to happen. It is happening. That's why there's no doubt for us. It's like, okay, let me put the whole thing out now, and let me start fueling that now.
Yeah.
Right. So because we've done that, we're able to see what's next.
Yeah.
We got right now. I ain't even told them yet, but we got seven brands that never participated. I never even heard of them. Being honest, like I'm like, damn, where these come from? So I go to research. We've never even had this in our portfolio. I mean, in our list of brands
to even look at it.
In the 490 that we know of, they ain't even in it. So that makes it almost 500 now.
Yeah. Damn, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So I mean, speaking of partnerships, though, like obviously I know you keep garnishing those partnerships out of everywhere. Like, what's some new partnerships you got going on?
Well,
for
again,
2025?
Invest Tank is new. We're looking to do a partnership. Close out a partnership with. Oh my goodness. Forgive me. We'll talk about it next time. But it's out of Miami. I can't think of it right now.
Okay.
But we also forging some relationships with a black-owned bank in each state.
Okay.
Right?
That's dope.
We've identified them, but we don't want to talk about it until it's signed.
Yeah, for sure.
And the way and how we're approaching that is just really inviting them so they can see that you have these brands out here who can potentially become consumers, right?
Sure.
Who potentially become accounts, and vice versa. So we share those brands with these banks that has the possibility or has a again, like I said, an opportunity to build a relationship.
Gotcha.
So we put people in the room to build those relationships with each other. Right?
Gotcha.
If I say y'all should probably work together, then y'all should probably work together. That means I know both of you, I know both of y'all background, I know what both of y'all are capable of, and know what both of y'all bring to the table.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, we have we'll talk about that next time.
I got you. It is one more thing I want to ask about partnerships, though, right? And because I know obviously you've got the presence in Miami and then moving to Atlanta, and I watch a lot of podcasts and shit, right? So I was watching Drink Champs the other day. Shout out to Nori and EFN, and they get to a point now to where whoever comes on the show, if they suggest a certain brand, then they'll bring it. And then I did hear Nori one time say, we're interested in adding a lot more black spirits. And of course, I thought of y'all. And I was just thinking about that. And then I was watching Fat Joe when Fat Joe was doing T.I.'s joint in Atlanta. And T.I. said the same thing about, what is it, Trap Kitchen, what name of his joint. He was like, we got the whole bar full of black liquors. So I thought about y'all. And I was just thinking, like, I wonder, like, do y'all have any aspirations to connect with like entertainment like that? I guess because for Nori and them, for Drink Champs, I mean that would be kind of dope. That would be major, like to really have a connection there and get some of these people liquors on that show. That'd be fucking amazing. That's like some marketing that they can't even pay for. So I guess that's something that could be on the way. Or am I? I'm
gonna say this. I'm gonna let Sean take it. Well, I think it's exactly what you said. And be some marketing that they couldn't even pay for.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, shit, that's it.
That's it.
You know, go ahead, say.
No, that's it, because you got to be able to pay for to sit on that table. Dog.
Yeah,
like,
no, for sure.
It's a little different on. Everybody think that the capital is there, but once you inquire about that, no, it's ridiculous.
The sky.
Yeah.
Now with T.I.'s joint, it's a little different because that's an actual bar, a restaurant or whatever.
Right,
so that's a little different.
That's going.
I just happened to see it on the podcast.
That's going in his bar, and one of these brands going in there. Like you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 7 brands up there that's sold in Atlanta.
Gotcha.
Right? That's their people going and say, "Hey, we have this in town. ... Would you like to try it?" Now, the flip side of that is we've been doing that since we've been doing that.
Right.
It's the convincing part, right? I told you before, sometimes people look at black owned and they think, oh, it's cool for a moment. We ain't about moments. We about movement. Or free, right? Or what you got for me.
Free, right.
Or what you got for me. So when you approach a brand that is young and emerging, they don't have what you assume. See, the assumption is, because you have a liquor brand, you got some kind of money.
Yeah.
Because you got a liquor brand, you have sponsorship dollars. Because you got a liquor brand, you should be able to do this. That's not the truth.
Right.
The truth is, let's create a relationship, and let's see what that looks like first, right? But you know, we would love to have a conversation with Drink Champ, sit down and black out their whole table, but at what cost? Right. Are you willing to say, you know what, let me do that because this is what I should do the first time?
Right.
Because all it takes is one time.
That's it.
It only take one time to make it. You only need one hit to become famous. One.
Facts.
You don't need no more than one hit.
Yeah.
You get that one hit, that one hit gonna take you where you need to go.
And I think for them that's a win on both sides.
It is
like
a
for
win on
them,
both
I mean, for real.
And they in Miami too.
It is, right.
And that's why I mentioned Miami. Yeah, that's why I mentioned Miami.
You know, we send
Let me go ahead and send that email out to my connections.
Go ahead.
I got no fucking connections. But fuck it, I'm gonna shoot it anyway.
You in the podcast world, though,
yeah, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I'm gonna pitch that, you know, and the Beards Bourbon Whiskey Podcast together.
For sure.
Hell yeah.
You need to do.
That's collective behavior.
Yep.
You know what I
EFN. I'm on you, dog.
Yeah. So
EFN the only one that respond to me. So. I still fuck with you, Nori, but you'll never respond. So EFN respond to my inboxes like, so I'm cool. Me and you, we friends now. So I bet you didn't know, but we are friends, and I'll be inboxing you soon.
So, and that's the other piece for this year is, you know, every city that we in, like right now we have our assistants like gathering the details for not just black owned restaurants, for restaurants that are occupied in Miami or in Houston, et cetera, et cetera. And we're pulling them in right now. They're getting invitations right now, right? Yeah. Not just to the event, but to meet us in a way that only we can talk, right? Yeah. Only we can, because we're not suppliers, right? We're not each individual brand. We take them as a whole and we present them as a whole, as opposed to individual. Right. If I'm presenting you with a whole fucking team, a whole idea, we're in a position to where you're subject to think about it different. Yeah. As opposed to thinking I'm just coming to sell you one thing. Right. Because we ain't here to sell you shit. Yeah. We're here to show you what you're missing.
Exactly. Yeah, there
you know what I'm
saying?
like, yo, if you telling me you have this, and this is who you represent, then we have a whole
we got a whole catalog for you.
Yeah,
for sure.
And you just choose from that catalog. Even if you decide to choose from your state, we got that separate too. Yeah. So we got everything you need. Oh, in Miami, here's the 29 brands in Miami. Or here's the 6 beers, and here's the 28 wines. So we got that for you.
For sure.
Right? And here's how here's who you get them from.
That information is important.
Yeah. So
especially when like you somebody like me who too lazy to do that kind of research. So, like to be able to go to I'm serious though. Like my dog Bo is the research. Like Bo love to research shit, you know what I'm saying? And obviously Angry Principal is the educator, so they into that type of shit. Not I said okay. I would definitely plug into somebody else to do that for me, dog. But speaking of black spirits, we got a few on the table right here. Yeah. There is in between time. There is one that I am definitely trying to try right here, and that's this one in the middle. And is there a backstory to this? So is Prince Mercer or Mercer Prince? Prince Mercer.
Prince Mercer?
Yeah. So is there a backstory to this? I think Mercer and Prince. Gotcha. There you go.
So it's a gentleman I met once in my life.
It's a dog bottle. That's what
ASAP Rocky. Yeah. Right. So that's
ASAP Rocky.
Yeah, it's his product. I love the bottle.
Didn't know that.
I'll say this. It's a great product. Right. I didn't expect it because ASAP Rocky. I'm like, it's a Canadian whiskey.
How did that happen? Right.
But.
And for anybody who drinks whiskey, like if you can just see in the camera, you see how dark it is. Definitely not normal for a Canadian whiskey. So
I thought it was Japanese.
Huh? Oh, I thought it was Canadian.
I thought it was Canadian too. Is it Jap?
Yeah, I believe that's Japanese.
Influenced by Japanese, but it's Canadian whiskey.
Canadian?
Yeah. Blended Canadian whiskey.
So that's why it's dark then.
That's why it's dark. Okay. Yeah, for sure. So let's have some. I want to see what it tastes like. Let's go. And what I understand is that the glasses on top and bottom are actually cups, but we've got our own glasses today. See what we got here. Damn, he poured a lot. He heavy-handed. Because you got to relax. You got to relax.
All right, have some this morning.
I have to call an Uber for this morning.
Right, call an Uber.
All right, have some. So I kind of know what it tastes like.
I know this is deceiving because it tilts to the side, but that's a lot you just poured right there.
We'll figure it out.
No, this is pretty good.
It is.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I ordered
see.
this at the bar one time, dude. That's how good it was.
Yeah. See what we got here.
Watermelon? Melon?
Melon.
I love to
That's
hear y'all
the
talk
first thing
about
I got.
it.
Definitely melon. Definitely melon.
Is that what y'all smell?
Like cantaloupe or some
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, some type of tropical melon.
Mm-hmm.
I just smell that too. I don't smell it until y'all say it. I'm like, okay, they right. These boys know what they talking about.
Yeah.
I get a little bit of brown sugar too.
For sure, cantaloupe though. Crazy dog. This remind me of my granddaddy's garden in the back because he used to grow cantaloupes. And this is what like fresh, almost ripening cantaloupes smell like before you cut it. Like before you cut it and shit, dog. That's crazy. Dog.
We took it there.
Dog, it took me to a place. Like, sometimes scents take you to a place.
I like it though.
That's it.
Strange. It's melon. It's definitely melon.
You take melon too?
A little bit of
Yeah.
a little bit of maybe a little spice on
melon.
the end.
Oh, maybe I haven't drank enough melon. I'm like, I don't know.
So yeah, I'm getting like some type of sweet melon,
Some kind of sweet melon.
some
Yeah.
brown sugar, maybe there's a little cinnamon on the end, on the finish.
Nah, I
Maybe
get
that's
that
what.
part.
Maybe that's the
Yeah.
cinnamon on the end. That's kind of spicy. Yeah,
I like
I
it.
like it though. It's different. It's different as hell.
So it's an 80 proof
Okay.
Canadian whiskey, Japanese influence. I'm trying to see if they added anything in.
It's definitely Japanese influence because the Japanese whiskey kind of has that same kind of. I don't want to call it that like an after, that on your palate, the finish kind of has that same. It's not a big hug.
It's
It's like an
lingering, though.
elongated finish. You know
Yeah,
what
it's
I mean?
lingering like a lot. Yeah.
Oh, hell yeah.
So yeah, spicy at the end, a little peppery actually.
My only gripe right now would be what Angry Principal said.
80 proof.
80 proof.
Oh
You know what
God, I
mean?
should have known.
80 proof.
He wanted to be 1,000 left.
I'm a proof hunter.
Hold on,
sure.
Say it again, boy. You a proof what?
Proof hunter.
Proof hunter.
Yeah.
I like it.
That's what
So
dog
them your
is,
top three: celebrity, proof, and spice.
So I'm not gonna say I get a top three.
No,
no,
I'm saying them your,
No, I
them your top.
I can't
Top
say
down.
spice because he
No,
like
'cause I
rye.
like rice.
He like
Yeah,
rice, so I
so
can't
like I
say
picked up that
spice.
rye that was over here.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
rice.
He
So I
likes
mess with
spice.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because
if
he
maybe
like
it was
rice.
something else that I heard you saying, I was like, hold on, he don't like that because of that.
I usually don't like the fruity bourbons.
Right.
Know,
You don't like
yeah,
the sweet. You
the
don't like
flavors.
Oh, you
sweet
don't like
flavor.
I can't believe you can't
Sweet
you can't
flavor
smell
burgers.
that. I can't believe you
I
can't
smell
smell
You know what
that
this kind of
melon.
remind me of too?
That's what I'm saying, I probably ain't
It kind of
drinking
reminds me of like a brandy / cognac as well.
Yeah.
So, you know what
Yeah,
I mean?
brandy,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah,
I feel that. I feel that.
So
Yeah.
I was trying to figure out what I was tasting different.
Yeah, I feel that one.
All your bourbons and your whiskeys come in the American white oak. This is in Mizunara oak, which is
A Japanese oak?
Japanese oak. It must
Oh,
be
okay.
something that must be native to Japan. I'm gonna have to research and
Must
find out
be.
what that is. I just try to figure out what that other taste is in it, and it's just something different.
That could be why too, because it's a little, and this is I don't know how to explain this, but it's a little flowery too. If you know what I'm saying, yeah, it's a little flowery,
Yeah.
and that might be because of the
You gonna say yeah, it's a little flower. How the hell you supposed to figure out that?
dog. Because you ever had what's that shit called hibiscus tea?
Okay,
Yeah,
this is-
yeah.
Yeah.
That's flowery.
Yeah.
And you can
Glittery
get
flowers,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, you can get that in
Okay.
there.
All right, I
That's
got
right.
I had to think about that.
Like, Nick, you want me to eat flowers?
I hear in the garden.
No, so like hibiscus is like
Yeah, I
and
get
you
it, I
can
get
you gotta get that out of
I
this.
had some
dog.
hibiscus tea for
Yeah,
So
it.
instead
see,
of
there you go.
that harsh corn, you get more of a tea taste or whatever.
There you
that
go.
flower.
There you go. Yeah, the flower. Yeah.
I got you.
Okay.
I typically like it.
I like it,
cubed,
though.
Yeah, this is more cognac though. If you're a cognac
Yeah,
lover,
yeah,
you
yeah,
love
you
it.
love it.
Definitely, yeah,
Yeah,
definitely more
definitely.
cognac.
Oh yeah, so that's playing wild.
I could do it. I could do it though. I could do it. Now I know
So
that
this is what I'm thinking of. What am I going to do it with? What am I going to drink it with? Right? Because I don't think I would drink it just straight by itself. Like cigar, what am I eating? Is it red meat? Just whatever. What am I doing this with? Like, because some bourbons you can just sit and just drink that boy, right?
Just drink, yeah.
This is good. Don't get me wrong, but I think it needs to go with something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think I say that just because it's 80 proof. Or if it was stronger, maybe not. Right?
Maybe not, yeah.
But yeah, since it's 80 proof, then yeah, I think it needs to go with. Which I'm not saying 80 proof ain't strong. So I know people out there like,
It's
damn,
not.
bro, 80 proof.
It's not.
It's not.
Angry Principal said it is not.
It's not. 80
Trying to
proof.
keep everybody involved.
80 proof to me is just like it just turned into liquor.
What?
What?
Yeah.
Oh,
Because anything less than that is
Damn,
damn near
forgot what we
liqueur.
doing.
Anything less than that is damn near liqueur.
I'm starting not to
It's like
agree with this shit.
It's like schnapps.
Like schnapps.
Yeah, it's like schnapps.
Why you say 80 proof like
80
schnapps?
But
Man,
this I can actually give to my wife.
Oh,
She would have. She
They
would
said
have an
80
issue.
proof
with
like
it.
That's the next thing I was
Yeah.
gonna say.
But I think
give
it's
it to
my
the
wife.
women,
She
it's
wouldn't have a
crazy.
problem.
I think Wyndham would dig this. Like for real, sure, yeah.
This is one of my favorite drinks.
This is a
You
definite.
just drinking schnapps then, huh?
But like, this is a definite summer drink.
Liqueur. Yeah, you drinking liqueur.
It's a summer
Summer
drink.
This is a
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah,
This
for
is a
sure.
summer
Okay.
sip.
It's a
This is
summer
not a
drink
winter
for
sip.
sure.
This is a summer sip.
Nah.
Oh, yeah.
You sitting outside, you chilling, you got
Yep.
your wife with you, your woman with you, or whatever, and you want to give her something not as harsh as what we would normally drink. This is where I would go.
Right.
I got you.
I'm talking about
I'm not a
talking
professional
about,
anymore.
I'm talking about full of ice, a motherfucking
Full of ice is
a
wild.
watermelon slice on the side. This is a fucking drink.
Anchor principle. Would you Connecticut or Maduro? With this?
Connecticut, not Maduro. I'm
For
not
sure.
doing anything that
sure.
strong because
It's
it'll
too
take the
strong.
total taste away from it. So I'm going with
Yeah,
a
you're
lighter,
right.
something more
Light cigar.
a lighter cigar.
Fat bottom Betty.
I'm not doing it.
Hey, that's my
Fat
favorite
We didn't say
one.
flavored
Yeah, I fuck with
cigar.
those. I fuck with
that's
those.
my
Would you
favorite
replace
It's
one.
not flavored. It's not flavored.
It's
Question: Would you
It's
replace
flavored.
Would you replace
They got
it?
flavor to it.
What we replace?
Bro, would
I was
you
gonna say
replace
that's
the
what we
bottle?
normally
Would I
ask.
replace this bottle? Yes, I would replace the bottle.
Yeah, I would because I'm not too far removed from cognac, and I get to say that it's not cognac, but it's close to it. And not that I don't like cognac, it's just that, dog, I drunk a lot of cognac, dog, and it's almost like ramen noodles and shit. Like after you had so many, it's just like, sweet Jesus, I don't want to go back.
I don't know what that mean though. Like,
because I had too much.
Yeah.
And I just
Gotcha,
don't want no
gotcha,
more.
gotcha.
Yeah, you know.
Gotcha.
And because it's some good cognacs out here. Like actually, it's one up here. The Nyack is actually pretty good.
Nyack is pretty good.
Nyack is actually pretty good, but it's just like it's gonna be hit or miss for me because like I'm just cognac just ain't my thing no more. I did way too much of it.
I mess with this though.
Yeah, it's
I get a
dope.
little red apple too. You know what I mean?
Red apple.
I'm gonna tell you, as y'all talk about, as I keep tasting, I do
Shit, you can
taste those
smell the red
fruits.
apple now since you said it. I don't taste it though. I smell it.
So
Yeah.
just a drop of water, the red apple comes in.
Red. Okay, gotcha.
Just a drop of water.
Oh, so that's probably what it is. You got your backwash in there.
So, even though it's low proof, complex.
Yeah,
it is.
Got a
It is.
lot of
Low
stuff in there,
proof.
so
It's a
I don't
dime.
know. Look, we on the wrong side of the boat.
it's low proof, dude.
Y'all on the high side.
well, okay, for whiskey.
But this is what they do.
For
Though.
whiskey,
This is what
it's
they
low
do.
For whiskey, it's
Shit,
low
what
proof.
we do too.
You right. You right.
Now that birdie, that birdie though. Yeah,
that-
birdie ain't 80. Don't even worry
80.
about that. Birdie is not 80.
What proof is that?
So it ain't 80. I know that one.
Wasn't it like 113 or something?
No,
110?
hell no. I didn't
This-
that high.
What was that we had that was like 113?
Eyes.
I'm trying.
Remember that?
That was
I think it was a black owned brand.
that was
the lady. The
Dawn.
lady.
Oh yeah, new Dawn.
New
Definitely.
Dawn. Okay,
Yeah.
New Dawn.
Oh, that shit
Which,
fire.
when
I
she
had
started, her feed, her advertisement started popping through my Instagram now.
yeah.
So they must have just dropped something, but it
Yeah, she
coming through a lot.
she got a couple things coming out too. That I'm sure y'all gonna.
Yeah.
She had some good stuff.
Yeah.
It's 90.
I really enjoyed that.
It's 90.
It's 90.
Yeah. It's on the front end. 45%.
45%.
Yeah.
Are you looking for the it's 90. Yeah, so yeah, we fuck with Birdie Brown. Anyway, my bad. We got sidetracked.
No, that's
I
good.
I got into reviewing. So
No, that's good. We
shout out to Mercer and Prince, dog. Shout out to ASAP. It's a good start. It's a
Celebrity
good start.
whiskey, man.
Oh,
It's a
that's
celebrity
one-
whiskey.
That's one of his chops.
There you go.
Chopping it down.
Hey, real
No,
quick.
no. I'm not chopping
Nah,
this one down, though.
I know this is not a review show, but real quick, dog. 1 to 5, dog. What you give it?
I gave it a solid 3.5.
Shoot, what?
A solid 3.5.
Angry Prince, what you say?
I'm gonna give, even though it's low proof,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 3. I do
Damn,
like the
I'm
taste. The taste on
I'm
this is
super
good.
Do y'all count the
surprised.
bottle too, or you just count the?
No.
Just the taste,
all
flavor.
off the taste. Yeah, it's all taste and flavor. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 3 as well. That's crazy. I didn't think that y'all would go that high though.
When I saw how low
only
it was,
because of low proof.
I was going to mark it down, but then
Taste wise,
it's
taste
actually
wise,
tastes
I'm
Taste-wise,
with
yeah,
it.
it's complex.
Yeah, taste-wise,
It's a little
it's
bit
good.
stronger.
So we don't
might
normally
be talking
get
about a
some
four.
celebrity whiskey.
No.
Shout out to ASAP.
No, for
The
sure.
boys can confirm this for
And
you.
real quick, I want to mention something that I think I probably drunk all of it. That's not
Kuiper
up
Bill?
here. No,
not the Kuiper Bill.
fuck Kuiper Bill.
Don't do it. Come on.
do it.
What I
Kuiper
wanted
Bill.
to mention real quick was Fort Mose, dog, because like,
Fort Mosaic, yeah.
bro, the rye
Yeah.
expression is the shit.
Yeah, I mess with Fort Mosaic.
Dog, that is the shit. I just want to give dog a shout out real quick, just out the way. So anyway,
That's
let's
the green label, right?
That's the green one and shit. Yeah. So let's get back to what we doing. So new partnerships, we talked about all of that kind of good stuff. Now there's this concept or this app that's out now called Fanbase, right?
Yeah, man.
So y'all trying to get something going on with that. Like what's that about?
So I heard about Fanbase in 2022 through Vanessa Braxton.
Okay.
At Taste of Black Spirits. Gotcha. She was getting an interview and she mentioned, I'm like, what's that?
Yeah.
So I hit it up, boom, boom, boom. Mm-hmm. Signed up account. I think I invested their first round, and so Fanbase is basically all your platforms tied into one. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're able to monetize immediately.
Okay.
You can do your shows on there. It's no different than what we already contribute to, right? We contribute to Instagram, Facebook. Mm-hmm. And I don't know what the monetizing is on Instagram because I've never. Got no money.
Never got no money.
Right? And received nothing. Mm-hmm. Right. But Fanbase is set up. His name is Isaac Hayes III, Isaac Hayes' son. Yeah. He's brilliant. He's been working on Fanbase, I believe since 2020. His first round, I think his first round was $10 million. He's working on the second round. I invested in it. I encouraged my whole team to invest in it. Mm-hmm. The minimum investment is $399. Like, come on, we spend that in a night, on BS, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Not only can you own a portion of it by investing in it, you can also open your account on it and monetize immediately, which is 2 incomes off of one, right? Right. When you get your long-term income, then you got your short-term income, which happens monthly.
Gotcha.
It is a way of you can also, for those who worry about their content that they have on other platforms, they'll transfer your Instagram in 24 hours. Mm-hmm. You can link if you got a link tree, they'll link that to you immediately. Okay. Right. It's a lot of, and they're launching a new process. If you had a TikTok account, which is supposed to be closed down, TikTok January 19th of this year.
Yeah, that's what I keep hearing. Yeah.
But he has a component with Fanbase to transfer all that.
So let me ask you this about Fanbase. Is it just transferring your content from other platforms, or can you create?
You can create. No, I'm saying no. You can create on Fanbase for sure. You can create shows. You can create. It also has. You ever heard of Clubhouse? Mm-hmm. Yep, so it has a Clubhouse component already on it, built into it, right? Where you can go and open up a room and start having conversation and invite people to the room.
So is this similar to like Patreon? I guess maybe, or is it comparable? Or
they charge you to be on Patreon, though, don't you?
No.
Patreon free.
The different creators charge, for whatever content they make. Obviously,
you're able to again. So let's just say we push BBW to Fanbase, where you did a show on BBW. You can do 2 things. You can do a room, which you can monetize also, or you can literally do live content, live stream content, or content that you pre-record and basically want to show later. Right? You can charge people to come to the show. Yeah. Okay. Right. And
I already got an idea what I want to do.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it not because, see, for me, I paid attention to it for 2 years. Like, I'm watching it. I'm watching him grow. I'm watching how active he is as the owner and as the person creating it. He is active every single day.
Gotcha.
Every single day, he has a great relationship with a lot of people, right? Again, his dad is, come on.
Yeah, right.
Off of that, he's a tech genius. So set aside.
No.
Fanbase?
No,
Fan.
Fan.
Yeah. So off of that, he's a genius set alone by himself, tech guy, right?
Right.
And he understands the processes that we don't. One thing I love that he said that really, really hit home for me is that Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, a person like anybody like us would never have the opportunity to invest in those platforms.
Right.
Because you have to have a certain amount of millions of dollars
like
ongoing for 10 years, proof of making that kind of money for 10 years before they even consider you. Not saying that you will, but you won't even get considered for it.
If you even can, right?
You know what I'm saying? Like, but these are things that that IG and Facebook, they generate billions and billions and billions of dollars yearly off of us. Right. And those things that we look at in TikTok, those things that we look at, like, I went viral, had 1 million hits. What you getting for that?
Right.
It don't equate to no hundreds and hundreds of thousands.
No.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like those are things I look at. I'm like, well, if I got the time to put my energy into that, I got the time to put my energy into us.
Right.
Right.
Sure.
It's a no-brainer for me. I'm like, I'm encouraging everybody to go sign up for, get you an account at fan base, and if you want to invest, I'm not saying you have to, but it's a great idea to do it.
Right.
Right. He has all the info. Go to his page, Isaac Hayes III fan base, and then listen to what he's talking about, and listen to what he's offering, and listen to his whys and understanding of what it is and what it can do for you long term.
Right.
So,
Damn, that sounds like a bet right there.
Yeah,
I'm
man.
almost thinking like I would want to do our regular reviews and shit, and then like do the live shows for fan base, that type of thing.
Yeah.
You know, so at least, and the only reason I say that is because I'm assuming at some point by monetizing, at some point it may become subscription based or something. And I do want the general public to be able to see these reviews. Now our live shows, then I can move those there. So that's kind of what I.
but they also have subscription based on there already.
Yeah.
All of that is on there.
Okay.
You have all those opportunities. Like I can send you a couple of dollars just because I like your post on my own. Like let me take it. I like what he just did with that post.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Right. I've gotten those. Like, they like that post, gave me a couple of dollars.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha,
like the way that, believe me, fan base is the future.
Yeah.
Like really is the future. And if you really want to make a change of where I'm talking about us as this community of people, you gotta start fucking with you. You gotta stop questioning you.
Yeah.
Like you gotta start doing it, because we ain't questioning those other platforms. We ain't questioning those other
Going
things.
in blindly.
We going in blindly. Like soon as we found out about Facebook, we jumped in.
Yeah.
We jumped in. Hell, MySpace for those who are my age.
Right.
You understand? Like,
That's your top 8.
some of the viewers be like, "What's that?" Right?
Right. I won't even say college club there because
We jumped
Black
in.
Planet?
Black Planet. Oh shit! Hey, that's still on one of my phones for real.
fucking Black Planet.
But
dog.
again, the behavior of us, like we have to look at those things, especially. I mean, not just especially now, like because we live in. We need to look at shit differently.
Yeah,
I can't complain about a situation or a circumstance if I'm not willing to do something about it.
Yeah,
I'm not willing to change it, then why complain about it? We go in with a change. We ain't gotta look for it. We are the change. We go in with it. All you gotta do is subscribe to it.
For sure. No, that's what's up.
So
got me turned up.
I'm looking at the fan base page now.
Yeah.
So they're saying the price per share right now is $6.65.
Yes, sir.
Valuation is over 160 million.
Yes, sir.
But they have a deadline of investing, or I guess
This
opening.
round.
This
This
opening
round.
round is February 26th of 2025.
Right.
And the minimum is $399.
Yes, sir. That's the principal talking. Y'all hear it?
Right.
Came across the PA. Right now,
across the PA.
that's how I felt. That's what I felt like. Principal came. We all was silent. Principal came across the PA.
Hey, what we doing? Got quiet as hell.
Yes, indeed. That's the principal talking. You got to be quiet, right? So, and I'll even go in the details about the investment itself, right? When you go to it, because I think it's you got to go through Start Engine, right? That's who holds it. You go through there, you fill out your information. Once you fill out your information, they go and they look at, make sure you who you say you are, et cetera, et cetera. And when you decide to push your investment in, you put it in, whatever the amount it is, you put that there. Now the beauty of it, if you and I'm saying this for those who like they don't have that today. They don't remove it out your account until it closes. So get in the room now, right? Okay. Be a part of the initial investment now, right? Because they won't pull it into the 27th of February.
Gotcha.
So you have the time. Like if you drop 100 in an account by itself for the next 4 weeks,
you're good.
Right?
You're good. You're good. Okay,
you're good.
Yeah,
it ain't killing you all at once. Like, I got to put that in there. They're gonna take it.
No, that makes sense. Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's the part they're not gonna tell you that. I mean, why should I have to tell you that? But
Yeah.
I'm saying it be for those who are on the fence about it. Like, nah, you ain't gotta do that today.
Right.
As long as you know you're gonna have it, and you're gonna have it before this day.
Yeah.
Because I know you're gonna have it before 2/27 because everybody get them checks. I don't want. They ain't even no excuse. I know you're gonna have it by the 15th. You know what I'm saying? By the 15th of February, that's when the money comes. I know you done filed your taxes by then, and the money is coming. I remember that world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know that's coming. So I'm encouraging. I'm saying that like, man, listen.
And it's an investment in yourself, though.
It's an investment in yourself,
sure.
you know. And I thank you for saying that because that's really what it is.
Yeah.
If you're not going to invest in you, then who will? I can't invest in you if you ain't doing it yourself.
Right. No,
You
for
know?
sure. Damn, I'm kind of excited about that shit.
Man.
They gonna have to recruit you and shit to be on the. I gotta recruit your ass, boy. You the hell of salesman. I'm trying to sign other motherfuckers up. It's about to be a pyramid scheme in a minute. If you get 3 people, but like, remember those though, goddamn.
But that's like Sadat said earlier. It's just word of mouth. This is
really
the
is.
strongest thing we got.
Yeah,
It's
sure.
word of mouth, getting it to us and making us believe in us. Like, yo,
For sure.
do it, man. Why not?
Yeah,
You know
for
what I
sure.
mean? Let me tell you something, man. We got 3 brothers. These niggas play $600 worth of lottery a day. I ain't even. That's no exaggeration. What the fuck?
God damn.
I say one of these numbers gonna hit.
And hit maybe once a month.
And by the time
Maybe.
they do
You know what I mean? Maybe.
all you doing
Maybe.
is getting your money
All
back.
you do, like nigga hit for 500, they go take that 500 and repurpose it
Yep.
into the lottery. You know what I mean? Like, I know that because I was there before. I done been to the casino.
Yeah.
I was telling my wife this yesterday. She was cracking up. I'm like, I done been to the casino and blow $4,000 or $5,000 to the point. It's real shit. When they opened up the casinos across the water to the point where I ain't had nothing to get home.
Oh shit.
Me and my brother, we had, you know, you searching the car, you got at least $1. At least $1 a change in the car.
$1 in there.
We ain't had nothing. Not a penny. You know, I didn't even find one of them shiny pennies, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Not a
you,
McDonald's fry, nothing in that.
so, you know what I'm saying? You picking up shit. Oh, that ain't nothing. I
That
feel like
shit
a
tight.
thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I
Yeah.
say that like because we going to spend some money somewhere.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? We have all done something like, damn, I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
Right? But now you get an opportunity to, like you said, invest in yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Think about you and think about who you taking care of or who you can take care of.
Nah, for
You know what
sure.
I'm saying? So
Nah, no doubt, dog. So I got all excited about that shit. I guess we gotta keep moving though. So with the addition of Atlanta, what else is going to be new for this year during the? I guess we call it a tour now, right?
yeah, this is officially a tour, man.
Okay, gotcha. Anything new that people should be on the lookout for? Or are you just trying to hit people with surprises? Like, what you trying to do?
What you want to do, Sadat? You want to surprise them and hit them upside the head?
I don't know why you even asked that. 'Cause
I know where you go. I just wanted you to say it. I want to hear people. I want the people to hear you say it.
No, because
Like
shit, if I tell you, you'll be ready.
Sadat
for it.
like this. Don't
Yeah.
ask Sadat like this. Don't ask me shit. Show
Yeah.
up. That's
Yeah,
Sadat.
yeah, I wouldn't tell you. I ain't gonna front.
But I will say this: you don't want to miss this year.
Yeah,
Like
for sure.
this year is for us wholeheartedly. This, if you show up, you're gonna experience something you've never experienced before. You're gonna be a part of this history. You're gonna be a part of this tour and this movement. Right? We are looking for people. We are already signing up people in each state.
Gotcha.
Right? So we can. Me and him can do less. And again, like I said, not when I say less,
No, for
because we
sure.
do so much.
Exactly. I
Right,
get
we
you.
want to just oversee everything and just call it from where we standing, because we are hands on.
Gotcha.
I'm talking about hands on, from setting up to breaking down.
Oh, no.
Hands on.
I know.
Like, you know what I mean?
I seen dog come in with the backdrop.
Come on, man.
Boy,
You
you
know-
like,
man.
you just gonna put that shit up together? you don't want nobody to bring that in?
Cause you like that first time you working, I'm like, yeah, I ain't working.
I swear. Hey, didn't I say that? I'm like, that's the first time I see you working, man. Like physical manual labor. Like, oh
Yeah,
shit.
because that's how much we believe. Like
No doubt.
we gonna show you, we gonna show up, and we gonna show up this way, and we gonna put our hands in it. Because our
sure.
hands is in it. Like the
Yeah.
things we do in the background. Like, come on, man. We don't wish that on nobody.
No doubt.
The parts that we have to convince, and we come across folks who haven't established a believe in their mind yet. Like the why to them is like, why?
Yeah.
To us, it's like, why not though?
Right.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like you can look back. If you anywhere between 50 and 30, just look back 5 years. Fuck it, look back 5 days. Then you tell me why.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, for sure.
Look back,
No
and you'll
doubt.
see like it's important for us to think different,
Yeah.
and that's our whole goal is to get you in a state of mind to where you understand that Q. I don't have to know you and Bo and Angry Principal for forever to understand we gotta go and we see something and we need to contribute to that.
For sure.
Right, we need to build on that. Right, from again one of the partnerships that I told you about is again. We've established the budget to take everybody that's contributing to our growth with us because we need that energy with us. Again, that gives us an opportunity to move like we need to move. And while y'all, we know we don't have to say, Q, Bo, y'all need y'all to do this. We got to say nothing.
No, you already know. Because
We,
like at
we
these
ain't got to
events,
worry about it.
when we pull up to set up for the podcast, dog, just tell me where I can
That's
be.
it.
That's it.
And
After that, leave me the fuck alone.
That's it. You know, and
That's how it should be every time.
Hell yeah.
same thing with our other partners. Shout out to Robin and them over at Just Our Opinion.
For sure.
My little sister Delora with her killing the game. She has so many names for her stuff. DG content. K's use all that stuff. They show up for us, man. Like they really, even LT. That's his little sister.
Oh yeah, shout out to LT.
LT, man, she show up though.
She hosting, mixing
She
drinks,
hosting, mixing
whatever the fuck you
drinks,
need. Yeah.
keeping people smiling. She doing
For sure.
whatever is necessary. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
wearing
saying?
them heels and shit. Yeah. Anyway, that's neither here nor there.
Right,
I was just saying. Just pointing that out. Point that out. And so, like with all of this, like, do you ever want or anticipate like some kind of big sponsor, or do you even want that, or do you just want to continue working in partnerships with several people?
I think it's like I gauge everything based on me and his relationship.
Okay.
Like if it don't feel like us,
Yeah.
we ain't fucking with it.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Because if you don't feel like us, then there's some discrepancy there. You see what I'm saying? Like we know how we are with each other. We know we can depend on what we gonna say. We know how we gonna move.
Right.
If a person come to us and like, yeah, I wanna. First of all, it's insulting to say, hey, I want to invest in this thing that y'all doing if you ain't talk to us first.
Yeah.
We didn't even ask you that. We didn't even say we needed that.
Yeah.
We didn't say we wanted that. So when you say that first, what are you really saying?
Yeah.
Like, so for us, it's like, yeah, we send them to the email. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just keeping it 100. Like, because we don't know what that means. We don't know what your intentions
Right.
are. We know what our intentions are.
Yeah.
So when we sit down with people, and I'll give you a perfect example, when we sit down with Joe White and Dr. Joe White, that is, and Mark Jones, we know what their intentions are because we had long conversations with them. So
Right.
these guys who brought Ron Isley to us, right?
Gotcha.
And Derek Whitehead, he saw something and was like, and he contributed to it with his voice.
Yeah.
And he's like, and with his voice, he continued to do it 3 times this year on his own.
Right.
Like I'm showing up, Bentley and all. You know what I'm saying? Because I like what y'all doing.
Yeah.
He didn't say, here, I want to invest in that. He showed up like, and it was there.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? Like,
sure.
hey, he'll say, for instance, when he came to Detroit, he was like, I need this. Can I get this? Can I get this? And how much is it going to cost me?
Yeah.
I'm like, well, you go through the hotel for that, He's like, sent it.
Yeah.
Like, this is what I'm talking about. He sent what he need on top of us providing it.
Yeah. For sure.
So it's that behavior that we look for. It's that something we look for that we see in each other. Like, do they have a little bit of that?
Yeah.
If they don't, then we don't fuck with it.
Yeah.
Like that's the power in this team. Like
So it's
we
really
see
gotta
that
make
shit.
sense. It ain't
It's
just
gotta
about the
make
money.
sense. Like and if it,
got you.
it ain't about the money. Like,
Come in and change some shit.
right,
Yeah.
we ain't allowing none of that.
That's
Can't
true.
nobody come move us. I don't give a fuck
Yeah.
what you got.
Yeah.
Bring 10, keep it.
Right.
Send a nigga to rob you later if that's if we need it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Damn.
we send Suge over there if we need it. You know what I'm saying?
Hell Oh no.
I'm just fucking around, but you understand what I'm saying? Like, that's an insult. Don't do that.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
sure.
And let's build a relationship with us first.
Yeah.
You
No
know,
doubt.
build some consistency with us.
Yeah.
Don't look at it like, oh, because you looking at it as an opportunity. We looking at it as something completely different.
No, for sure.
We trying to free your mind from the shit we've been stuck in.
Yeah.
Like, it's a real story with us.
No doubt. I mean, I think those are the relationships that work out, and those are the ones that grow into something, you know, really worth it. I mean, just like us, just having this again. I think this is the first time. I know we mentioned this off camera.
Yeah.
This is the first time that my whole gang has been here to interview y'all since what 2019. You said
2021.
2021. So that's 4 years ago. You know, at this point that we was all able to be in the same room. So usually it's just me and Angry Principal, or just me and Bo. Like, it's never all of us all together. So. And that kind of speaks to that whole thing, that just being able to kind of go through that whole relationship. Because at the beginning, like when we interviewed y'all originally, like y'all was explaining to me what it was.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. Like, they got some black liquors, dog. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I didn't know what it was. So then I went to an event. Like, okay, I think I see what this is. And still, it really wasn't until the second time I went to the event that I understood the capacity of it, though. Yeah. Because, like, still, you gotta. It's like DaShawn said earlier. Like, it's an experience. Yeah. You have to experience to understand. Yeah. It ain't some shit. Again, it ain't some shit I can just explain. Like that's right. You gotta come see it. Like, I don't know, dog. It's gonna be some motherfuckers here that make liquors. You gotta be here to meet these people, to get the energy, and to network with the other people that's there, which is something that I don't think that y'all talk a lot about, but I always talk about that shit. Is just the networking opportunities with the people who aren't vendors or aren't spirit makers, like just the people that's in the room. Like, I done met so many people that wasn't liquor makers, like, at this place, and that worked out some stuff like that didn't have nothing to do with black spirits, but we was just in the same spot. Yeah. Like, oh shit, you do what? Yeah. Oh shit, well, take my information. Like, it turned into a networking event for me. Yeah. So I was just like, that's one of the things too that I think that I talk about often. I don't think y'all talk about it as much because I know that's not y'all focus.
But it being a networking event?
Yeah, but it turns into that though, even without it being that.
Well, shit, drinking liquor is a networking thing. I guess when you have a business, y'all do whiskey.
It's a social thing,
yeah, for sure.
Whiskey.
Yeah, like, smoke cigars.
Yeah,
right.
I heard that's how you handle deals.
Yeah,
but we shot a video.
It's the Black People Golf Course.
We shot a video with Sadat. Like, you see him, and I'll probably repost it again. Like, you see him moving around and introducing people to each other, right? Like, and I'm looking at I'm looking at the video. I'm like, he knows what he's doing. Like, this person may not even be in liquor, but he got an understanding of what may happen here, right? He was introducing them to Reggie Allen, my man from Park Place. Like, I see him moving around, even consumers. Like, the way that engage, because listen, man, when we in that room, like, we in that room, and we're moving accordingly, right? We don't look at it as networking. We looking at it as building. Like, we building
for sure.
When we taking this piece, we taking from here. Hey, come here.
Yeah, come here.
It's gonna create something, and we're still involved.
Yeah.
It's gonna create something that's gonna come back to us. We're like, okay, now this is next step for that.
For sure.
I think we're preparing people for what's next for them.
Yeah.
Right. Not what's next with us, but what's next for you.
Yeah.
Right. You know, it was a
another piece of collective.
Another piece of collective behavior. Like,
for sure.
That's just. I mean, I think naturally we move like that.
Yeah.
Like,
I think the fun thing at the event is watching the vendors talking to each other. Yeah. That I found interesting to see them when they get a low.
That's a whole nother.
They start talking to each other, and you don't know what can become of it.
Yes.
But it's just the fact that you see, what's the name? Alan Henderson talking to the guy from who's the dude? The one out of Virginia.
Virginia.
You talking about Thoughts?
Not Thoughts.
Reggie.
They have the hemp farm.
The hemp farm.
Oh,
Tusk.
Yeah,
for sure.
He was talking to Tusk.
Speaking of Alan Henderson and the Birdie Brown brand, I'll go ahead and have me a shot.
It was just interesting watching the two of them talking to each other.
Birdie Brown.
Event, so.
When you brought thinking of that, because when we really knew Brooklyn fucked with us is when we walked in, we saw exactly what you just said. We saw those brands, because the brands, I'm gonna tell you, New York, brought some brands out that had never been. See, we've been with Alan since day one. Mm-hmm. But when we saw them talking and engaging with each other, it was like exactly what you said. It's like just watching them like build with each other.
Because this is an opportunity that might never happen for them.
Yeah, because they're able to exchange conversations about distilleries, about labeling, about this. I mean, when you look at Alan's product, all his labels is top flight.
Yeah.
All
the
of
Tom
them.
Bullock shit, though.
All of them top flight.
Yeah.
That Tom Bullock should say some shit, right?
They do.
Like, I'm like, what? What? This I had got permission to use the his logo
For the flyer.
for 2023, right?
remember.
I'm like, I gotta use. You gotta let me use that. He was like, go ahead, right? So when you look at something,
Oh, yeah, this shit is beautiful.
come on, man. Can
Birdie
you see
Brown.
that?
Yeah.
Like this, man. Like this is deep, paying attention to detail. These are conversation pieces. Mm-hmm. So this is another reason we go out and we do this thing. We want people to see this. Like you see this, like, oh, wait a minute. That's gonna draw a woman automatically because why?
Because it's
Right?
As a woman.
And then we get to tell the story of Birdie Brown, right? We get to talk about that and just a lot, man. It's just those things that we look forward to it.
Yeah.
Like we look forward to it growing. And this year is the tall. This is the tail of the tail. This year. Like, this is the one.
This it.
This it.
This
This
the
the one.
one.
It's the one. And we see it. Like I say this wholeheartedly. Like I told you, he came to me and was like, the day after Houston was like, yo, we need not to do it in February. And this is why. Right? I'm talking about literally, it might be the same day of Houston closing. I don't know. But it only took 2 days. It just makes sense because that was just an indication for me to say, okay, we're going to start it in March and let me run the whole shit.
Yeah.
Because if he had not said that, I'd still be thinking about February, right? Yeah. If he had
And
not
I'm sure it
said
didn't
that,
have nothing to do with his birthday. And that's like,
No. Well, it's a lot of factors in there.
it's a lot of factors. There's a lot more
I got
factors
you,
in
I got
that
you, I
too.
got
Shit, it's
Because
the
he
shortest month of the year.
said it.
Yeah, my birthday. I'm talking about.
Right.
One. And then Black History Month, but then we try to stay away from that Black History Month thing.
Because it boxes us.
It boxes
Yeah,
us,
it kind of
yeah.
boxes. So, and then it limit the people to come
Yeah,
because
they might be doing their own events
Yeah.
for Black History, and then that,
Because a lot, like
Scheduling
it's,
shit.
exactly, because a lot of brands focus on that month because
Right.
that's the state of mind they in. That's what
Yeah.
they drawn to. You know, we talked about this.
Yeah,
that
that
month. We
makes
talked
sense.
about August. That's what makes sense to them. I'm not pulling people away from that, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what you do.
For sure.
But I want. But the understanding is, like we said before, we Black every day. We in
sure.
business every day, so we
Yeah.
have to think. We have to look past those little eye drops that they want to pass on to us. That they or folks want us to make a big deal about.
Right.
Like I make a big deal about you because this is what you do on a regular basis. You up in the fucking morning talking crazy. In the morning, I'm listening like this nigga is up this early talking like this. you know what I'm saying? But
Right.
but again,
That's
you understand?
true.
I'm tuned into that, right? Because
Right.
but you're authentic with it. Like y'all authentic with what y'all do. That's all I'm looking for is something authentic.
No, for sure.
Right? So, you know.
Yeah, and just for the record, y'all ain't never seen nothing like Beards Bourbon Whiskey Podcast, though. I'm just letting y'all know y'all ain't never seen nothing like that. I'm talking about and I just real quick, I just want to thank my gang though for Bo and Angry Principal because they the real knowledge behind bourbon. I just like to talk shit, and then they turn me on to some shit I learned.
Right.
Like they the true, like they the bourbon nights.
Bourbon.
Right, they the bourbon nights, though. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the gang, though. But all right, so we talking about podcasts,
Yes.
obviously, right? So
Yeah,
we segue right into this. You
Yeah.
got some ideas for a new podcast?
Yeah.
Huh?
So, shout out to my wife. Her and her squad, 13 production companies came together and opened up a production studio.
For sure.
Right. Where they got all these separate sets.
Yeah.
Right. And they built a bar set. And, we fortunate enough to black out that bar.
Yeah.
Almost by force, but that's okay. We do shit like that sometimes.
Right.
I got love for everybody over there. They know I'm joking, but I got love for everybody over there, and they with it.
Yeah.
So it came to me yesterday when I saw the studio. I actually saw the studio yesterday.
Okay.
And I said, we should produce a show in here. right? The show is collective behavior, right? I figure I just told Sadat right before we came on, like, I need you to host this show, right? And he's like, well, be you. That's it, right? You know, and as ask for a lot, but again, this is what we do, right? Sure. You know, and the show
and Dalton did a podcast.
Yeah, come on, man.
We ain't gonna bring up the one he did, but
that shit can get out of control.
I forgot about that one. I forgot about that. But I think for us and what we do, again, that is another layer. Like, we've been working with you since we started. Right, we know you the podcast king in this motherfucker. Right, every time we see you on another set doing something somewhere, so I feel like, you know, couple that with what you have here and the knowledge you have on the spirits, etc. This is one of our partnerships already, so I think let's elevate it to the next level and get you some FaceTime. Right, you know what I'm saying? I think what we have collectively, with you and Sean, is relationship. Yeah. Right.
Damn, I ain't never heard you call him by his name, man.
I know. I had to do it. I had to do it right now. I had to do it right now.
Like, who the fuck is that?
I was asking that.
You got a new nigga? I thought it was just Sean. Fuck is this?
I use that because it segues me into what I think is good for the show, right? Mm-hmm. We call you Q, right? Everybody does. For sure. Nobody knows or calls him Cooper.
They don't.
I like Cooper and Q. I think that has something to it. Mm-hmm. You know, collective behavior hosted by Cooper and Q. That's what I felt. That was what came to my mind. Okay. I'm like, I think that works. Yeah. And what the show will entail is, again, what it's an extension of what we do. Yeah. As a collective, and I think bringing in brands that are from the town, right? Like giving them a candid conversation, you know, with the backdrop of a cocktail mixologist professional behind us and explaining that cocktail of the night or for the evening, etc. I just think it's time for that. Yeah. I think it's a show that when we launch it, Tubi, Netflix, whatever we decide, most likely maybe Peacock. But it's some things. It's some things.
Damn, they got major out of it.
I think this is how we extend our story, right? Yeah. And because it needs to be driven through all media outlets. And this is one of those things that we can literally do because we have access to it. So
no doubt.
I'm looking forward to that.
Damn, I am too. I'm kind of excited about that shit. And just so y'all know, like, what's crazy about this shit is that this wasn't never. This was y'all conversation. Yeah. Nobody never clued me into this shit though. Cause I'm like, beforehand, I'm like, cause I know we doing our thing. We go always do our shit, and our partnership is here. And then like you came up with a whole nother concept, like with a set and all this shit. Yeah. So first of all, I want to say this too though, like we would like to be able to use that set as well.
Listen, you took it. Listen, you got all access. You know you got all access.
Yeah, because I'm just really excited for the opportunity to be able to sit and do this shit with my bros and not have to do work. Yeah. Like I want to pull up and just drink, hit the mic, and get the fuck out. Like to have a production team to be able to do that shit. Yeah. Priceless. But I enjoy doing it. Don't get me wrong. But it'd be nice just to pull up and like we get to work. Yeah. And then we get the fuck out and somebody else.
That's right.
Hey, shit. I'm just saying.
But I think is again, we're open. We like to open those opportunities because it just makes sense, right? Yeah, what y'all doing, it just makes sense. Let's widen that audience, right?
For sure.
Of course, the studio is available for that, right?
No doubt.
Of course, we want to see that show specifically doing the same thing, right?
No doubt.
Because again, it just makes sense.
Yeah.
You know, I'd love to have y'all with a studio audience. You know what I mean? That would be. You know what I mean? Like BBW with studio.
Again, ready for that? Angry Principal, like, look.
Angry Principal.
I ain't signed up for this shit.
Angry Principal still be behind the wall. Nobody ever get to see him. Right?
Bo gonna leave me hanging too. He gonna phone in and shit. Like, nigga, just put my voice on. Like,
just dial me in, bro.
Just dial me in.
Phone me in. No, fuck that, y'all. Y'all got to get on camera, shit. Y'all got to be on TV.
I mean, I was listening to Bo earlier, like, and just how he did what he did. The Angry Principal came in over the PA and did what he did. Like, understand? Like, that's how it went, though. Like, that's what I heard. I'm like, that alone, because again, I haven't experienced this since 21, right? So I'm with you. Like I'm like, everybody got to hear this a certain way. We got a lot of shows, it's a lot of podcasts. We know, right? We know Drink Shrimps is doing their thing. That's a whole different thing. There's nothing like this. There's nothing like it at all. There are some other shows that have some similarities to Drink Champs and some other shows that have some similarities to certain things, but it don't feel like what y'all do. You know what I mean? So, and I think having that feeling that y'all provide when y'all to y'all audience and what y'all do and how y'all do it naturally is, I think that's just need to be seen.
And what's funny about this shit, just thinking about it, like I don't even know how this shit started. Like I don't know.
That's a great question.
It started by drinking.
I mean, yeah, we was drinking and shit, and obviously I was podcasting at the time. I don't know.
I think from what I remember, we was down here. We was just bullshitting. I think y'all was doing y'all show.
We was doing our show.
And I just happened to be here one morning.
Okay.
And we was talking shit about liquors. Right? Yeah. And then afterwards, you was like,
let's do a podcast.
And I was like, I don't know, bro. I never did no podcast before.
Facts.
But then we was like, let's bring in Angry Principal too. You know? And then,
that's how that shit went. I don't even remember for real.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
Shit,
that long, huh?
Damn. Y'all started?
I had moved back here already from Indianapolis. 2019, 2020, somewhere around there.
All right, because we was doing it through the pandemic and all that. Damn, shit.
2019?
Probably about 2019. Probably, I think when we interviewed y'all, that was probably our first year. That was probably our first year.
That was the beginning.
Yeah. That was the beginning.
Because we was talking about doing a show at Easy Street. Remember that? And that's before. That's before.
That's before Easy Street. That's before the pandemic. Damn, that's how that shit happened though. Damn, look how that shit then went. And I came up with the best motherfucking title. The name for a podcast ever, dog. BBW, dog. I remember when I told him, I'm like, dog, everybody loves BBW, dog. Like, what you mean? Like, Beards Bourbon Whiskey, nigga. Like, niggas was hesitant at first. I ain't gonna lie. But I was like, dog, I like it, dog. It's catchy. Yeah. So we roll with it, dog. Yeah,
it's a hell of a play.
It's a play. All right, anyway, my bad. I got sidetracked and shit, dog. But anyway, go ahead. What you saying?
No, I think that's the extension of what we're doing. You know, this year we're doing Taste of Black Spirits 5-city tour, right? Sure. We have to add these components that it's a part of our growth ongoing, right? So we're able to reach audiences on not just radio, not just on Instagram, I'm sorry, fan base and those platforms. Okay. But we're able to also see us. They're able to see what it is. Because what we'll do with the show, obviously we're gonna incorporate video footage from the actual events.
I was just gonna say, because I know that y'all been filming since day one.
Yeah. So
some niggas be out here with mics on. I'll be happy to remember not to say certain shit because dog got a mic on.
I tell you, watch your mouth.
Right.
I told them watch your mouth.
Niggas mic'd up.
And ongoing for this year. So the goal this year is like, soon as we
kicking ass, ain't it?
soon as we hit the streets of Miami, even when we go do our, we go because we pop in a couple times before the event. Right. We got to bring a camera with us. Like that got to happen
for sure.
And that's the part we haven't had time for. Like, but getting the right crew to roll with us for that weekend, just getting that before footage, like, because people don't understand. I ain't gonna say they don't understand, but I want you to see what it takes.
You have to see it.
I want to see how we got.
People want to see it.
I want to see how you. I want y'all to see how we got to move. Like,
so let me say this too, man. I'm just appreciative about how inclusive y'all are, right? So I've been to other, black spirits, black bourbon, this and black, but where
Black Bourbon Society. Go ahead and say that.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Go ahead and say that.
But where you almost feel like this ain't me. Like this is your people, but this ain't me. You know what I mean?
Facts.
And so it's like, I know y'all been to a couple events already talking about Q and Angry Principal. I went to my first one, a few months ago, right? And like right away, I was like, okay, like the vibe and everything. I fuck with this. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like immediately. You know what I mean? And just like everybody you talk to, whether it's a consumer, whether it was one of the brand owners or whatever, everybody make you felt welcome. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
you're trying to learn, or you're trying to, or what about this? Or you, like you said, you're trying to network, or
Yeah.
just trying to enjoy the experience,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
You know, like, it was all dope. It was all dope.
Nah,
we
for sure.
Like I
appreciate
said,
that, brother.
man,
Y'all gotta
them other
understand
ones,
what y'all doing though. Like I was more excited when you showed up. I seen him. I was like, oh.
First of all, let me be clear. He was the star of the event.
Start the event, my man.
But because like nobody ever sees you out at events, and like dog,
that's
when
not nothing bad though.
when
That's
I told
excellent.
when I told niggas you was coming, dog, I'm telling like dog, Bo coming, like yeah, nigga. Hey, I was surprised too. I ain't gonna lie, I was
To me, you
surprised
was
too.
kind of like the evil villain, and I knew what was there. Like, oh, I can't wait for this shit. Like, and I popped in there a couple times to see what was going on. I was like, okay, because Q wanted to defend whatever he wanted to defend, but I was waiting for you. I was like, yeah.
Nah, for
when
sure.
That shit come out, I was like, yeah. But that's the best part about it, though. Like. Like every time you come, there's gonna be somebody new, dog, and it's like everybody ain't the best. Everybody don't have the taste palette that you have,
Right.
or the
Facts.
season, the season taste palette that you have. So I'm expecting you to be who you are.
No doubt.
Don't give none of these niggas
Dog.
no kind of play if they don't need to play, dog.
That's why
You know
if
what
I
I'm saying?
if I can't get both of them, I need at least one. Because like, there's no way I could do that shit at them events by myself.
No doubt.
hell no,
Because like
bro,
I
you
just
fucked
can't.
up.
I
No
just
doubt.
can't.
No
I be
doubt.
fucked up too. But also because like they the brains behind
Need
the
your
operations.
shooters. Need your shooters. You need
Hell
your
yeah,
shooters.
shit. I just do well on the mic. Like that's it. Like for pause, I think. Right? I don't even know. But yeah, I don't know. You have to be careful. You have to be careful these days.
right.
Pause, nigga. But like yeah, like they my shooters. Like I need them when I go to do that shit. And with all three of us together though, that was by far, nigga. That was my favorite one. Now we'll go back to that first one though, where me and Angry Principal came and shit. You are absolutely correct about this man here.
Oh, yeah.
Like because he brought everybody that we interviewed to us. Like I didn't go get nobody.
Yep.
He brought everybody to us, dog. And what I love about the events and what I love about what we've created here is that like it's nothing more satisfying for me to be at that event and the motherfuckers know us.
That's right.
Yeah.
They like, oh shit, you
Waiting
that
on
did.
you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Waiting on you.
And my man calling us out was the ultimate. I love that. Cause you really watching this
That's right.
shit.
Yeah.
And like, dog, so many people that I met, and I'm like, well, shit, let me follow you on the gram. Shit, we already follow y'all. Like, oh shit, all right. Like, so that's dope. That means that our work is not going unnoticed. So, nigga, I fucking love that.
Think about when they Google the brand, the fucking YouTube come up.
Yeah, exactly.
BBW.
Yeah,
Exactly.
y'all,
That's
y'all
right.
the only people that probably out of 3 or 4 people that done did it.
Yeah.
They clicking on them first. They're like, all right.
For
Click.
sure.
If y'all seeing some crazy shit, they like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? So when y'all down my man shit, and he was like, oh, I'm coming for Q, and I was like, oh, hell yeah.
So we gotta clear that up though.
Yeah.
We gotta clear that up though.
Yeah,
like,
yeah, yeah.
It's the Manhattan.
his whiskey was good.
I heard
yeah,
about it. I
right,
watched
yeah.
the interview.
We talk, the Manhattan mix.
Yeah.
He said y'all did it wrong. Right? Am I wrong?
He did it wrong.
He did it wrong.
'Cause I think he's the only one that tried it.
I had never had Manhattans before.
That's what
so
it was.
Right.
Yeah.
I
You
put
didn't know
them,
what
I
it
put
was
them
supposed to
motherfuckers in the
taste
freezer.
Oh, you tripping.
I didn't know because the shit was nasty.
Yeah.
So I was like, let me try to figure out how to fix it. But they had Manhattan experience, so they knew what it was supposed to taste like.
Right.
To me, I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Especially after I had the thoughts, I'm like, dog, what the fuck is this?
My man, sure enough though, he's like, oh, I'm glad you're here. He's like, come here.
Bro, he was doing like this.
He's like, come here.
I'm looking behind me like, who he talking to? He's like, no, you nigga. Like, oh shit.
Yeah, my man was hyped too.
Yeah,
Oh, I know.
He was ready.
That's that New York. That's
That's that
Harlem.
New York shit.
He told me.
But
He was like,
when
where
he
they at?
when he put the what he put in his cherries in it and shit,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and his cherries
Yeah,
that he
yeah,
made, you
yeah.
know what I'm saying? So shout out to
Yeah.
dog.
Yeah.
It did taste better. I wasn't hip to Manhattans at all and shit. And then like you said, it was a 1-on-1 mix and shit. You
Yeah.
said normally it might be 2-to-1.
Yeah.
So like we did have to add some extra because we
Shout
like to
out,
get
shout
fucked
out
up.
to him, man. Hardy. I
Yeah.
seen Hardy when I went to Harlem. Me, Joe, Dr. Joe White, Mark Jones, and Derek. We was on this panel out in Harlem a couple weeks before Christmas. But he was there.
Yeah.
And when I say he, hands down, his total packaging as far as his bottle, his bags, He even have some matches. And his glasses like top.
He had the
five.
whole fucking set.
And
That Joe shit.
in the whip out bar, I ain't never listen.
He had a whole fucking set.
Man.
Like,
The
he
boy
brought that with you.
listen.
He had a lounge in that bitch.
Yes, indeed. Right, Thoughts Lounge.
Thoughts Lounge, right.
Yeah. So and those are the type of things that we look forward to this year. Like we speaking, going back into what this year looks like, where we're encouraging all brands to get a certain style of backdrop, a certain, making sure that they have their branded tables and certain certain looks, because we want it to be uniform. We want it to be sexy all the way across, right? We don't want you to come in with just a black tablecloth, and a couple bottles. We want that. We want it to be an experience. Like, we want to elevate the experience, right?
The dog had an experience. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas was chilling on the couch and shit like that. This all you?
Listen, he introduced that in Brooklyn first year. When we saw that in oh my,
It was more.
it was the highlight.
Because he was at home. So
right. And people was like, "What's this?" Like, that's him.
Yeah,
he had a little TV, had all that. I mean, dog had a little, explanation section and everything. Like, it was crazy.
I ain't mad at it at all, dog. For sure.
But he's, him again. He's one of our great. He's basically a partner in Y. Like in Harlem, he runs all. Not gonna say run it, but he's a part of
the
that.
integral part of it. Yeah, for sure. No, I dig that.
I think back to partners.
Yeah.
So your friend Charles officially. Like he officially our guy on the streets. Like he's everywhere we gonna be.
Dog, first of all, I ain't gonna lie. There's probably a pause on this. I kind of fanned out because I see this nigga all the time. Like I'm on Instagram. I'm on what's the other shit, TikTok, and like he was the first nigga I seen like doing these black liquor things and shit, right? So like he busting out lists about the top 5 black liquors here, seasons and shit like that. So that's when I started following. Like, damn, who is this nigga? And like, how do he know all this shit? So I'm following. And then I see him at the event the other day, like, or the other month or whatever. And I'm just like, dog, what the fuck? Like, nigga, we got to get you on our shit, nigga. So that was dope, though. So make sure you check out that episode.
Yeah,
your friend Charles.
He fired, man. He also just opened up, pushed out a new, if it's not out yet, but it should be out next week or so, a new website where he's able to, he has a liquor license now. So not only is he supporting brands, but he's also allowing them to sell on his upcoming or his new
that's fire.
Through his process on his
that's
new
fire.
website, right? So he's very, very intentional.
So let me ask you this though.
Yeah.
Is he gonna be able to get us the shit that we can't normally get in Michigan?
Well, see, the problem with Michigan is Michigan
Michigan.
Michigan's asshole. So
okay, I got
that. But we're just you show up, you'll get it. You know that. You know you ain't never got to worry about that.
For sure.
Y'all officially ain't never got to worry about that.
No doubt.
But through him and our homegirl, Ursula Dunn, who's incredible in the spirit. I'm talking about she's a wealth of knowledge when it comes to spirits. She's traveled all over the world working with the company she works with, but she has her own sister supply chain. She's one of our great partners. She helps us on the administrative side. I mean, she's thorough. Yeah. She helps us, help brands elevate what they need to elevate. I mean, she's really, really dope at what she do. So add that component to who we are, then add your friend Charles. I remember when we met Charles, when Charles inboxed us in 2021. Okay. And said, and in that inbox, he was like, "Hey, my name's Charles, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. I'm looking, I like what y'all started. I'm looking to do the same." And I got to use these numbers so y'all can understand how he really moved. At the time, he had 700 followers. At that time. And I started seeing him because we followed him. Of course, we responded like whatever you need, because he knew he was new. Right. I didn't know what he did. Right. Yeah. It wasn't like that. But as I started seeing his videos and how intentional he was about supporting the products and how intentional he was going out making this content for the products and doing his his reviews and etc. Right. And watching him grow from that 700 to about 75,000 right now. For sure. Right. Intent though. Yeah. Like this is what he focuses on. Yeah. And nobody was paying him to do it.
Right. He was just doing it.
He was doing it. Right. He was doing
find some dope shit though. I found a few liquors that we ended up reviewing like off of the strength film.
Yeah.
So
yeah. So
there wasn't no free bottle sent to him.
Nope.
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
He went out and got him. He went out and got him.
Oh, he a real nigga for that. Shout out to Charlie, you a real nigga for that.
About it too.
Yeah. So
You might want to change that, my dog.
So he's definitely officially on the team. Officially on the team
For sure.
Because you see people trying to do what he do, but it's not as authentic. It's not authentic. Like he is authentic.
No, for sure.
You can see it. And when he did the promos for us because he did Brooklyn first year, it was crazy. Oh man, killed it. Detroit, because he was on our panel for Detroit.
Gotcha.
He hosted our panel for Detroit in 2023, I think, September. So again, those kind of relationships is what we consider valuable, right? No doubt. So, and it goes both ways. Like whatever he need, we got him. Yeah. Because he's in it. He's in it. He's in this shit with us.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah. No doubt, dog. So 2025 is looking really exciting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So 2026 gonna be fucking bananas then.
Because because
this shit right here is bananas.
Listen, I just got it. So this morning, I was on a call with Michael, is from Nigeria. So he was like a prince and shit out there, right? He got a hotel and all this shit.
It's a real prince of Nigeria, right?
Real prince of Nigeria. It's real shit. So, no, this is conversation.
Okay, I got you.
And this came by way of one of the. So we have a brand out of London. Her name is Cheryl. Okay. Cheryl owns OTC beverages. So
got you.
She has a lime beverage.
Is that Houston?
No,
she's here. You seen it?
Shit!
It's not alcoholic.
CJ, I got a bunch of the not a bunch of bottles, but
not alcoholic.
Great
tea
and
biscuits, all that. So, and she's out of London. She's out of London, and she made the introduction. She made the introduction in 2020, early 23.
Okay,
and we talked because I had already decided. I think we announced it in 23 in September that we were going to Nigeria. Okay. And she has some relationships with him. He owns a couple hotels, a couple lounges, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah. And we were going to go, the wife and I was going to go in December. We just we'll just move it to this month. So we're going in sometime this month for about a week. Okay. Maybe 10 days. Yeah. Just to get the feel of the land, get the feel of what it is. Yeah. And we'll be doing that. We don't have a month yet in 2026. It won't replace anything.
Right. It'll just be in addition.
It'll be in addition to.
Damn, this is Nigeria. Yeah. And look, I know Bo trying to sign up for that one and shit. My dog well traveled. He well traveled.
I get around a little bit.
Yeah, he well traveled. A little bit. I'm trying to get on his level. Matter of fact, I need to update my passport there.
So I encourage everybody to get that
passport.
Get that together. I mean, it's open arms for us. So everything you need, get that together. I think this is going to be one. Again, this is one for not just. It's for the understanding. Like we get an understanding with this one. Yeah. So.
Hey, so look, we done talked about a lot of shit that we recapped last year. We talking about the future. We talking about right now what's happening. I gotta ask the both of y'all this though, dog, and then we gonna close out the show, and I'm gonna probably drink a little bit more. But my question is this, dog. Just starting from where y'all started from, and then like seeing where you're at right now and where the vision is going, the people that's being involved now. Like when you look back at that shit, like how that shit make you feel and shit though, like. Like when you look back at this shit, like, oh shit, like we really did this shit, like damn. Then look where we at now, and looked at the opportunities that's coming. Like, what that shit make you feel like?
I don't know. With me, it's some days, bro. It's like a dream on some real shit. Because like you can't believe some of the stuff that's going on. Like some of the phone calls be ridiculous. So you have to. That's almost like for me, I just gotta bag up, and be like, okay, you have to realize who you are as a person. And then be like, okay, can I do this? And I'm like, nah, fuck him. We ain't doing that. So, but yeah, it is. Some days when you wake up, you be like, nigga, how do somebody even pull shit like this off? Like, even the Atlanta thing.
Exactly.
Like, I have stuff in my brain that I know how it should look. And then when you get there, it's like, all right, let's execute. So, bro, I don't even know how. Right. It is like, that's why I say it's a madness when it comes to me and my thinking about how the Taste of Black Spirit should look. Like when we were talking on camera, I think Houston has the most potential out of everybody because Detroit's kind of set. And we was talking about motion the other day, and I was like, yo, a lot of people really don't fuck with you until you create an avalanche in another city. That can't be stopped.
Especially here.
That boy
that.
said an avalanche.
Yeah.
Didn't he though? You understand? Because you can't stop that.
You can't stop that motherfucker.
no.
It's over with.
You can't stop it.
It's coming down.
And that's how I feel Taste of Black Spirits is when it hit. Like, it's an avalanche. Like, we gonna steamroll the shit out you. It's just gonna come through. We're gonna test some shit up, and we gone.
Right, we go.
Right? They be like, damn, where we gotta go next? Now you gotta go to the next city.
Yeah.
So every time we do one, it is like damn, we just did that, or how we do that, because everybody's still trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if you get another one that come, or somebody that try to come right behind you and do it.
Yeah.
And they trying to figure out the sauce.
Yeah.
Bro, when you don't write down the flavors, nobody knows.
Look at this nigga with the one-liners, dog. This nigga ready for his podcast debut, man. Look at this nigga.
Nobody know. Like, bro, I wake up every day and be like, I had a dream the other day about some shit, and I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got a note full of some shit. Full of some shit. So he can close the book.
I think for me, when I look back, because I look back all the way to the time we were sitting on the stage in the Fisher Building. We were sitting on the stage, and this was the conversation we was having. We had seen each other. I did an event with the cast, the guys with the lights, the bikes that light up in the hallway, fashion show, and all this type of shit, right? And we sitting on the stage and we just having this conversation. Now, he had already been in his study casing about, liquor brands and et cetera, et cetera. And I had just signed a deal with a whiskey brand, the biggest whiskey brand in the world right now, black-owned whiskey brand in the world right now. At that time, like in that moment, like not even 5 days.
I feel you.
So we talking.
That one whiskey brand.
Yeah. So we was talking, we was just sharing information. We was like, well, let's fuck it, let's roll with it, right? Mm-hmm. So we from that day, like we just roll with it. We what I like to call we fuel while flying, right? Yeah. We just knew. And what we didn't know, we found out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We found out. And I'm talking about found out before any mistake happened. We just found out, like, okay, initiate this. Okay, do this. Throw this audible. Like, and when we realized, like, we didn't even think about how dope we was working together because we was just fucking doing it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It didn't even come a thought. We just moving.
For sure.
And just kept moving, then kept moving. Then when we look back the first 6 months, like, damn, we did that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like one of those moments like, damn, we did that. Like even I forgot last year that we did Miami in February.
Yeah.
By the time we got to Houston in November, I'm like, damn, we did Miami. That was this year.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
realize you did all that shit in 1 year.
Yeah. And when we look at what we've been able to do, we not only look at the contributors, right? We not only look at the team, we look at like you said, like, if you're wondering how it happened, stop. Just stop wondering how it happened. If you want to participate, then do that.
Yeah.
Don't think about how can I do what they do, because we don't have that answer for you. We doing because this is what we supposed to do.
Right.
We fuel while flying. We make the thing happen. Right. We just, this is an agenda, and our like you said, our information is not available. Right. How we structure it is not available because we on the what I like to call the Biggie and Jay-Z, we don't really write it down because we don't have to, because we go over it constantly in our head. And we, again, like he said, I believe when he said I dreamt this, and he cataloged it. Yeah, because it happens with me. I'll be sitting still somewhere, I'll be on the passenger seat, which is rare sometimes, right? And the thought of coming, I'll just catalog it. Like, oh yeah, that'd be fire if we did that. Yeah. Oh, that'd be dope when we do that. Let me rephrase, not if, when we do that.
Right, no doubt.
That's gonna be dope when we go here. It's gonna be dope when we probably hit Phoenix at some point in a year or two. Right?
I hear you throwing it out.
It's gonna be dope when we.
I hear you throwing it.
You know what I'm saying? We might, Oakland is like, hey, what the fuck is about LA?
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like it's all those things we consider.
I never been to California.
All those things we think about and we consider.
Nowhere in California.
But it's all about timing, and we only know. It don't matter what nobody say to us. The decision happens when we both say, and we don't never know when that's gonna be. Right. It's just going to be.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up. Best answer I could have thought of.
It's gonna be. Yeah.
On that note, man, I just want to thank y'all for allowing this opportunity to talk about the upcoming year, recap last year. Of course, it is the new year, 2025. hopefully, whatever dreams and aspirations y'all had in 2024, you get those activated in 2025, and check out fan base, because fan base is obviously the move at this point, especially when you're talking about investing in yourself. And when I say in yourself, I mean the black community. And like my dog always say, you can't save everybody, so sometimes you guys got to get your 10%.
That's right.
And we given the opportunity to get your 10% to hop into this 10%.
That's right.
And roll and shit. So shout out to my dog Bo, always telling me that shit, because I don't know, maybe I be trying to save everybody. I'm not sure. But he said you can't help everybody, though, so that'd be the case sometimes. That's it. Well, you go see us again, obviously, because we're gonna be reviewing some liquors. And shout out to Mercer and Prince again. That's ASAP Rocky's joint. Dope whiskey, inspired by Japanese whiskey. I've only had one Japanese whiskey in my life, so I do see the connection there, though. And then you got a few more on here too. You want to give them a shout out real quick?
Well, shout out to, of course, Loyalty. Loyalty Wine's another one of our partnerships with Jay Prince and his team.
Yeah, shout out to Jay Prince.
This is another word for the year too. Loyalty.
Yeah,
stay loyal to what you commit to. You know
for sure,
what I'm saying?
No doubt.
Obviously, Birdie Brown.
Oh yeah, fucks with the Birdie.
We mess with this all day. Mm-hmm. I think Bo or Angry Principal, they loving this joint.
Yeah, I like that shit. Shout out to Allen Houston, who's like 6'12".
Red Hazel. This is the original bottle for Red Hazel. Shout out to her TK and her whole squad. Yeah. We got the original, and we also got the new bottle up there. But
and y'all probably can. Yep, you can see it in my camera back there.
Yeah,
you can see it back there. Yeah. That's it, man. The collective behavior, dog. You know what I'm saying? The whole gang is in the building, though. From BBW, make sure you check out our replays at everybodylovesbbw.com. Don't forget that, dog, because we got to do that. Collective behavior. We got how many cities this year?
Ooh, 5?
I know, right? I can't count.
Yeah.
I'm trying to hurry up and count in.
I noticed and looked at your shirt anyway. Right. Like, what is it?
And I got the biggest shirt down here, so it should be the easiest to read. 5 cities in 2025, dog. Yeah. Tasted Black Spirits, dog. We got DaShawn Cooper in the building.
Yeah.
We got we got Lazar in the building. My man Angry Principal holding it down.
Drink what you like, how you like.
My man Bo in the building.
Hey, it's 2025. Y'all dreams, y'all goals, go get them. You don't need the whole game plan. Just get started.
That's what's up, man. And of course, man, it's your boy Q Lewis holding it down live from the 48205, man. Red Zone, baby. Peace out, y'all.